ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. O Lord, please make us strong physically and mentally. And I shall declare that, O Vayu, you are that Brahman. I shall speak and I shall follow the truth. May we, the teacher and the disciple, be protectors, and may the auspicious come to us. Om, peace, peace, peace. Dear devotees, if you remember the last class, I will be always saying that last class. Why it is a class? So this is not a lecture or a discourse. So class is a continuation, and we go a bit deep. And as a teacher, we expect students to make homeworks also. Like one is making some notes if possible, and try to come with preparation. Last class, whatever we discussed, more or less, at least you should be able to remember the overall structure, if not all the fine details. And what we will be covering more or less, we should also try to read and come. So with some preparation, probably it might take for you 15-20 minutes. I request all of you to come with that preparation so that you will get benefit. So 1 hour you are spending time here, and I am also spending 1 hour time. For all of us, time is important, no doubt. And since we are all interested, we are discussing here, no doubt. But with this spending 15-20 minutes of extra time, it enables your mind. It soaks your mind with the ideas. You will get the link from the previous class. And now what we are going to discuss, there's a logical links between them. So you'll be able to understand the concepts better, and you'll be able to derive the inspiration, and you'll be able to get the knowledge better. So that's the reason I request all of you to make some homework. And that's the reason I'm using always the word class. It is not just a talk or a discourse. Mostly, if not all the time, talks, when you say, it will be like individual topic we take for that particular event, and we give a talk on that. That's it. There may not be any continuation of the subjects, but class is not that. Class is a continuation of that subject. So for that, you should be able to understand where we are. Which reminds me, in our training center, in our monastery, we will have 2 years of intense training in studies, contemplation, worship, and all. So we had one of the technical text on the logical synonism, that is Nyaya philosophy. So after a few class, though I was able to understand to a certain extent and had already read the Nyaya philosophy to a greater extent, I mean the basic fundamentals, I am understanding, if not all, quite a few, but some connections were missing. Then I was thinking what to do. Then one fine day I thought, no, I should spend some time. Then from the first sutra, I started reading and I started making a notes. Then there are like sapta padarthas, now 9 objects and all. So I started making the diagram, okay, 9 objects. The first is dravya, then guna. That is, dravya means objects, guna means quality, then action, like that. So each, I made a chart, and I started connecting the sutras. Then I started understanding how this context has been developed, or how the concept has been developed. And now the Acharya, the teacher, where he is in this whole gamut of Nyaya philosophy. So he has finished the dravya, sapta padarthas. He has finished the dravya, and now he's discussing the guna, that is the object. So I was able to get the reference. So I think Swami Sarvapriyanji tells in one of his lecture nicely, stay with the question, he says. So like that, we have to stay with the concept, stay with the questions and other things. So that will really help us for our studies. So just it is a one interesting topic or point I thought I will inform you so that most of you are serious in these things. Yeah. If you remember last class again, as a small reminding that 5 types of meditation we discussed. In last 3 classes, we discussed 5 types of meditation. Now, after discussing, the Rishi or the teacher is telling to the disciple that the teacher might thought after discussing the meditation, the disciple might get a question that what is the benefit of this? What are the benefits of meditation? So that has been told in the next mantras, few mantras. So that is quite interesting, you see. So here Vedic principles or Vedanta is not asking you because I am saying you should do it. No, understand the implications, understand the pros and cons, understand the benefits, and you maybe, if you are interested and if you want that benefit, then come on, you go for meditation or practice of meditation. य एवमेता महासगंहिता व्याख्याता वेद संधीयते प्रजया पशुभिः ब्रह्मवर्चसेनान्नाद्येन सुवर्गेण लोकेन. This last 2 mantras, which is the part of third anuvaka, third para. So itima mahasagam hitaha means thus the Upanishad is glorifying the Mahasamhita. Mahasamhita means great meditations. The 5 meditations are here. Samhita is called meditation. So thus we end the discussion on 5 types of meditations. Okay. Then after discussing, he is telling, Ya eva meta mahasagamhita vakhyata veda. However, we have described here the meditation, what is the Purva Rupa with former form, latter form, conjunction, and the relation, all these things, whatever we have discussed. If you meditate, what happens? Sandhiyate, if you meditate, prajaya pashubihi, you will get good progeny. If you are interested in good children, you will get it. Pashubihi. Pashu means animals. Generally, it is translated as animals and cattle. Here, animals refers to the any type of materialistic wealth. We all need money. We want a good house, comfortable house. We want money. We want clothing. Any type of wealth, basically. All these things, we can get it. So through meditation, you will get a good progeny and you'll also get materialistic prosperity. This has been told by the teacher. Brahmavarchasenannadhyena suvargena lokena. Brahma, you will also get Brahmavarchas. Brahmavarchas is the glow in the face, generally understood, but here it is more refined mind. The refined mind and suvargena lokena. And you will get the heaven. If you want to attain the heaven, by doing these 5 types of meditation, we will get heaven also. So you are getting materialistic prosperity, you are getting refined personality, and you are also going to get the heaven. So life here and life hereafter, whatever is required for a common human being, common being he desires, he can get all of them. Now the question might come, all right, materialistic prosperity, progeny, refined personality, and heaven. All these things are required life and life after for a common person. But I am a spiritual seeker. I am not interested in any of them. Maybe as a necessity, okay, but I am interested in only God realization or self-realization or self-actualization, we can say, like understanding who am I. I am interested in only in that. So this type of, these 5 meditations, can it fetch, can it get, can it be the means to get them? If you ask the commentators, they say yes. So it depends on the attitude or sankalpa, they say in Sanskrit, attitude, on which, why you are doing it. Like for example, I'm doing a charity. I'm helping patient. I'm doing a charity. Okay, why are you doing charity? What is your intention? Intention can be, oh, by helping people, I will be also getting helped. So in turn, somewhere, if when I get in a stress, when I get into problem, I will be also helped. That is the intention. So I'm expecting some results. And someone say, oh, by doing charity, I will be applauded. So I will become famous. I will be a notable person. So his intention is what? To get the name and fame. That is his intention. Someone is saying that no, as a human being, I am supposed to help other human beings. So just I am helping for helping sake. I'm helping others just for helping sake. Because as a human being, I am supposed to do that. So this, if you are doing helping for helping sake, that means you are not expecting any results, just you are doing helping for helping sake. So that can bring a spiritual upliftment. Or otherwise, I'm a devotee or a spiritual aspirant, I want purification of the mind. I want self-realization or God realization. If you think so, even that is also possible with this meditation. So intention is very, very important. One of the senior monk had instructed us when we were novices. They said, my dear, look, service is an attitude. Service is an attitude. What does it mean? It is not that you build 100 hospitals, by that you are doing a great service. Maybe materialistically, at the empirical level, it might sound good, right? But he said, as a monk, in what attitude you are doing is most important. You might be doing a small dispensary, small hospital, or even first aid care. But if you are doing it as a worship, worshipping of your own worshipping the Lord, that can be the greatest spiritual practice. It is for monks, he told. We cannot, you may need not to generalize it, but he told service is an attitude. So the action can bind us by bringing a good result and bad result. The same action can be used as a tool to get freedom. Just like a knife, we can use the knife to remove someone's thorn or to cut someone's back. To what do you say? While operating, a doctor may use the knife to do the operation. The same knife can be used to kill someone. So there is no mistake in the tool or weapon, it is on the person who is using it. So these meditations are like a weapon or tools, by that you can get materialistic prosperity or the spiritual prosperity. So when I said refined mentality, refined personality, or when you do in the nishkama karma and without expecting any results, like work for work's sake, as Swami Vivekananda puts in Karma Yoga, what happens? The first and foremost, you will get expansion of the mind. Your mind gets refined and your mind gets expanded. How to understand this? Probably I will give you a simple example. When we start our spiritual practices, we struggle, all of us, we struggle with the controlling desires. I keep telling that I have got one problem is what sneakers. When I see sneaker, I cannot control myself. All my Vedanta and all my knowledge flies off. All Vedanta goes to the back step and sneaker come into the foremost importance. So like that, all of us, we have got some obsessions, basically. But by practicing Vedanta, by practicing this meditation, we get purification of the mind. Then what do we understand? Oh, these desires, first and foremost, we were slave for desires. Then afterwards we understand, oh, we have become slaves to these desires. We are supposed to be the masters. That's the first step of progress. Then second step of progress, we'll be thinking desires are the bane or obstacles for our life. But if you can refine, if the desires can be turned like a sublimation, I keep saying that in one of other class, Kata Upanishad, I discussed this sublimation, giving the higher push to the desires. The same desire, instead of being the obstacle, we can use it as a power to rise oneself. I will give a simple example. Now my mind is obsessed with one desire. I am unable to control the desire. I am unable to control the desire, which may be the issue with most of us. Now, by understanding the Vedanta, I am the self, I am the consciousness, I am the witness. Okay? Okay. And I have a desire. What is desire actually? If you see, desire is nothing but a thought. Desire is nothing but a mental modification. Like when I see a person, I get some thoughts, feelings. The thoughts convert into feelings when I mixed with myself. It is just a thought. So the thought is a part of the mind again. And I am not the mind, I am the consciousness, I am the witness, and I am aware of the mind. I am aware of the thoughts. I am aware of the desires. So hold on to the awareness and don't get mixed with, don't get attached with the desire. If you can do it, the desire slowly sublates or it diminishes. This is one way of looking. How to control the desire? The Vedantic approach. The other approach is, okay, when can I desire? Oh, when I like it, I desire it. When I like it, I desire. When I don't like it, I hate it. Or I want to avoid it. This is what our general understanding. If you think deeply, it is quite interesting is, when I desire, when I think something is separate from me, something is different from me. Like when you are a young or adolescent, there will be a general attraction towards others or towards anything basically. When you think you are separate from him or her, then only you can desire. When Vedanta uses, for example, an object or whatever, when everything is consciousness and consciousness alone, then where to desire? When everything is consciousness, that is yourself, then where to desire? Then where is the window for you to desire anything? Of course, it is a very highest idea. It is not that easy to practice. It takes a good amount of time, no doubt. But to understand, to get this type of ideas itself, we need a purification of the mind. We need a refinement in our thoughts and desires and intellect. That's what I mean. When you start doing the work for work's sake, when you convert the work as worship, then what happens? You get a purification of the mind. So when you get purification of the mind, first and foremost, you will understand that you are supposed to be the master of your mind, rather, but unfortunately, we have become the slaves to our mind. Okay, understand, accept. Second, okay, struggling. Second, third is controlling the desire. How? Oh, desire is a thought. Let it come and go. Like you are sitting in a railway station, so many people coming and going. We don't bother. So like that, there are so many thoughts coming and going. Just I am observing, I am a witness, and nothing is shaking me. This is one type of sadhana. To understand and to get conviction itself, we need a good amount of understanding. That's what I mean, purification of the mind. And quite interestingly, if you see uh, these things, whatever, plenty of wealth you can get, children you can get, all these things has been told. Anandena suvargena lokena. One more thing is, if you want, you can get the heaven also. Annadena, and also you will get plenty of food also. All these things has been told, the benefits of meditation. So why you want to, why you want to do meditation, if you ask? So according to the teacher, so these are you get materialistic prosperity and you can get heaven, or you can get spiritual prosperity also. And whichever you want, you can aspire for it. Okay. Now it is quite interesting. The fourth para or the fourth anuvaka, and this is the peace chant for the Medha Sukta. Medha Sukta means it is the prayer for it is praying for the highest intellect or intuition power. So as per the traditions, the novices in our Indian ancient education system, the novices or the students, they were supposed to chant everyday Medha Sukta. Because they're learning the power of understanding and intuition is more important. They used to do prayers, and for prayer, this is the peace chant, like Sahana Vavatu Shanno Mitra Vidu. So this Chanda Sambrushabho is the peace chant. यश्छन्दसां वृषभो विश्वरूपः छन्दोभ्योऽध्यमृतात् सम्बभूव समेन्द्रो मेधया आस्पृणोतु अमृतस्य देवधारणो भूयासं शरीरं मे विचर्षणं जिह्वा मे मधुमत्तमा कर्णाभ्यां भूरिविश्रुवं ब्रह्मणः कोशोऽसि मेधया पिहितः श्रुतं मे गोपाय Om. Some more things, I mean, it is there, but two or three lines. Here one concept ends. That's the reason I have just stopped. Okay. Now, Yaschanda Sambrushabho Vishwarupa, it starts. Now, if you want me to give entire structure, here two type of spiritual practices are discussed here. two type of spiritual practices. What is that? One is japa, mantra japa, repetition of the sacred word. And the second is homa. Homa is what? Rituals, sacred rituals or sacred oblations, we can say. Now, here mantra japa, which mantra they have given here is pranava or omkara. Pranava japa. Repetition of the Omkara has been told here. And by repeating the Omkara, what all things you can get, you will get, has been told here. And if you see in the Kathopanishad, in the Mundakopanishad, and there are quite a few Upanishads, they discuss the greatness and the significance of this primordial sound Omkara. And again, in the Taittiriya also, we do get the references for this sacred thing. And in traditional Indian monasticism, a monk has to chant minimum 10,000 times Omkara. Before completing it, he is not supposed to sleep. If night before he has to go to bed, he has to complete his 10,000 chanting of Omkara. Otherwise, no sleep. Oh, he was whole day, he was busy with work and some other, responsibilities and all. He couldn't get a time. That's fine, my dear. Sit, finish the japa, finish the 10,000 type, 10,000 chantings. You finish and you can go to bed. But again, morning, as per traditional Hindu monasticism, you are not supposed to again get up late. I mean, we take our leverage, we do get late and all, but as per the tradition, you are not supposed to get up late also. Such a strict rules and regulations has been put. All right. Now, the question might come, why should we do mantra japa? What happens? Quite interestingly, if you see, today present, our social media can be a best example. Now I'm seeing a Facebook Reels or Instagram Reels. Now I'm seeing a particular thing, maybe a particular type of Reels, once or twice or thrice I saw. And the social media has been so put so nicely. I mean, it is all basic. For them, it is a money, and for us, it's a time and interest, no doubt. So a particular type of videos, particular type of reels, if you see YouTube or a Facebook or Instagram, similar type of videos, similar type of reels, again, it will be keep on prompting. Then we say, oh, it is quite interesting. And we see it, and slowly we get into the trap. First few times we saw, that's okay. Then afterwards, slowly we develop an interest. Then it becomes an obsession for all of us. Without Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, or in social media, we feel difficulty with our life. This is what a trap actually. For that, the logic is what? Buddhi karmanusarini. There's a Sanskrit saying that means the intellect follows the action. Our intellect follows the action. Action means not only physical action. Our thinking, desires, attitude, feelings, all these things come under action actually. So our intellect follows the actions. So I'm seeing reels again and again. My mind is getting obsessed and my thoughts and my ideas will be relating to that. Now with the japa, what happens? It is a repetition. Like Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. So you are repeating it. It is an action again. So it is developing a frequency and it is developing a vritti or a thought. So the thought is connected to what? Shiva, divine, divinity, Shiva, the Lord. So time and again by doing it, what happens? We are filling our mind with the divine thoughts. So then what happens? Our feeling, our attitude, our actions, everything will be spiritual in nature, towards God in nature. There's a one rationale behind this. The second rationale is, according to the Tantra Shastras, there is no essential difference between the name and the name of the person. Now, for an example, Rama, Lord Rama, we worship him, is a God incarnate and all. So whatever the power Rama has got, or Krishna has got, or Jesus has got, that and the power, whatever the universal power is manifested in them, all that power is embedded in their names. So whatever the power Jesus Christ has got, that is entire, that power, that cosmic power, is been embedded in his name, in his holy name. So by chanting that holy name, we are switching, our mind is trying to switch over to the God G, like 2G, 3G, 5G. So our mind will be tuning to the God G. Highest frequency is God G. So then we'll be able to derive inspiration. We'll be able to derive that cosmic energy. So by meditation or by Japan meditation, what happens? One is first and foremost, you are detoxifying your mind. Detoxifying the mind means what? You are removing the unwanted thoughts, unwanted feelings, negative ones, depressed ones, inferior ones. Detoxifying. And the second is what? You are getting energized. We take multivitamins, multimineral tablets and all so that we can feel energy. It's a booster dose. So by japa meditation, your mind is getting booster dose. One side it is getting detoxification and it is getting booster. Both are happening simultaneously. That is the beauty of this japa and dhyana. That is meditation and the repetition. All right. So homa means it is a spiritual practice in the form of rituals and all, you understand. Okay. And so here there is a fine difference in the japa, homa, and upasana. Homa means it is physical in nature. I'm offering some action, I'm some offering oblations with uttering some mantra. It is more of physical in nature. In japa, what happens? It is verbal in action. I'm sitting straight and trying to chant the Lord's name or the divine name. So it is a verbal action. Then upasana is what? It is a meditation. When we take initiation in our traditions, Ramakrishna mission traditions, we are given a book called Upasana. So Upasana means what? It is a meditation. So that is the mental action, highest form. All right. Yes chandasam vrishabho vishwarupa. Yaha, which, yaha means what? Yaha refers to your Omkara. Yaha chandasam rushabaha. Rushabha means actually bull. Here it is not bull. Here Rushabha means which is great. Or one is best actually. Chandasam Rushabha means which is the best among the chandas. Now, chandas means it is one of the meter. We all know that. Apart from that, chandas means it is also called Vedas. So that's where we need a teachers here. So chandas means meter. Chandasam Rushabha means what? Oh, one is bull, the other is meter. There is no connection here. So contextually, we have to understand Rushabha means here, we should not take it as literally bull. Rushabha means one who is best. And Chandas means here, it is not just the meter. Chandas means it is what the Vedas, Vedic mantras. So among the Vedic mantras, this Omkara is the best mantra. Now, why it is best mantra? So it is a primordial sound, the first manifestation, all things I have discussed. Now I will be discussing from the one more angle. Why Omkara is the best Vedic mantra among all the mantras, if you ask, because as per the tradition goes, tradition that Brahma, before the creation, he thought and he meditated. He was meditating for a long time. For him, the Vedas were revealed to the Brahma, that is the God of creation. For him, it revealed actually. And he thought, okay, the Vedas are plenty in number. In this present age, Kali Yuga, according to the mythology, the present age is called Kali Yuga. Our mind is so fickle-minded and we are preoccupied. We don't have time and all. Then how to help them? The Brahma was thinking. Then he thought, okay, because the Vedic mantras, all Vedic mantras, they cannot chant. So let me give in a simple formula of like ready to eat, we get it. We are not in a position to cook, so we get ready to eat and we either we put in a microwave or we put in hot water 2-3 minutes or 5 minutes and we eat it, or frozen food and etc. So like Brahma thought, let me give something spiritual food as a part of ready to eat for the people who live in Kali Yuga. Then three Vedas, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Samaveda, that whole he condensed and for him it was revealed Gayatri Mantra. So the Gayatri Mantra is the essence of the Vedas. So Tatsa Vitur Varenyam, that is the essence of the Rig Veda. Bhargo devasya dhimahi. That is the essence of Yajurveda. If you don't remember the Vedas name and the mantras, don't worry. So just you can understand this is the essence of the Vedas. That's all. Then Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat is the essence of the Sama Veda. So Om Bhurbhuva Suvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. We all know this. Then Brahma thought there may be some people, even this much can be heavy for them. What can I do? Then he reduced into 3 words, just 3 words. Bhuvaha, Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha. Bhurbhuvasva, Bhurbhuvasuva. Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha. 3 words. The 3 parts of the Vedic mantra has been further condensed into Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha. Then again he thought, can I give still more easier way, still more condensed way so that they not to scratch their heads? Then he said, all right, Bhuhu, he further condensed into A, Bhuvaha condensed into U, Suvaha condensed to Ma, and the combination of A, U, Ma is what? Omkara. Now all this the explanation I gave you, Yaschandasam Rushabha. Why the Omkara is considered as the best mantra among the Vedic mantras? Because Omkara is the essence of the Vedas. If you ask, all the entire Vedas, Rigveda alone has got 25,000 shlokas. Oh Swami, we don't have time so much. Can you give in a nutshell? Can you give in one sentence or in one word? If you ask, yes, my dear, Brahma has told Omkara is the one word essence of the entire Vedic literature. Now, can I take by Omkara alone? Can I reach the God? Whatever the Vedas will bring, will it bring the Omkara alone? If you ask, the commentators and our teachers say, yes. By doing Omkara alone, you will be able to get everything. All right. Chandho, Rushabha, Vishwarupa. Vishwarupa means it consists of many forms. It consists of many forms. It is manifested in different forms. That's all. Then Chandobhyo Amrutat. Sambhabhuva. Sambhabhuva means it manifested. It originated. Sambhabhuva. Chandobhyo Amrutat. This Omkara manifested from where? Chandobhyo Amrutat. From that immortal Vedas or from the eternal Vedas. The Omkara is the best among the mantras, we told, and I gave the explanation. From where did it get manifested? How was it formed, if you ask? Oh, that has been manifested from the eternal Vedas, immortal Vedas. Okay. Then Saha Indra. And that same Omkara is been manifested as Indra. Now here one caution, a word of caution is, here Indra means it is not the Indra whom we see in the Puranic language, in the mythological language, who is the chief of the celestial beings. Here Indra represents the Ishvara, the Lord, Almighty, that's all. Saha Indra. So the Omkara, from Omkara has been manifested as Indra, means as the God and God alone. So that means what they are trying to tell you here is Omkara is the symbol to reach the God. Now, recently we had a Shivratri. During Shivratri, if not all, most of us, we worship the Shiva by worshipping Shivalinga. Shivalinga you can take as a stone or a clay and whatever it may be. It is a round or a oval shaped, some structure basically. Is that stone is Shiva? Is the stone itself is Shiva, if you ask? No. So stone is a symbolic representation of Shiva. So stone or Shiva Linga is the symbol of the Lord Shiva. Like in the Vishnu, we use Saligrama for an example. Or even in the Christian, faith, we use the plus, cross. Now, cross can be in some of the faiths, they use the cross as the symbol for the Jesus Christ. The cross itself is not Christ, but it is a symbolic representation. So like that, Omkara is the symbol through which you can reach the God. So God has not been seen, God cannot be seen, is not been comprehensible through our body and mind. Then how can we reach him? If you ask, oh my dear, here is the path, here is the means. Omkara is the means to reach the ultimate. So to make us understand that the Rishi is telling Saha Indraha, he is the Lord himself, means what? Omkara is manifesting as the Lord himself or Supreme Self. Then you say, Sprunotu me means may he strengthen me. See, now, after telling that, he's praying that. The Rishi and the disciple, the teacher and disciples, they are praying that, may the Lord strengthen me. Because we need strength to live. We need strength to make our studies. Sometimes people say, Swami, I couldn't attend the last class. Why? Because I had a severe headache. I was feeling cold. So if I'm not well, if I am in well, if I am not well and if I am in well, I cannot attend the class, Vedanta class. So I need strength to sit and to read and to understand, to process the information. So here, sprunotuma means that he is asking for the strength. That is physical strength, physical health. Not only that, medhaya. What strength? Medhaya means what? Here, medha means many places they translate it as intelligence. It is not the intelligence, it is the intuition. Intuition, dhi, medha, more or less, they are common words, synonyms. They are highest form of intelligence. They are called intuition. So when Swami Vivekananda was asked, Swami Vivekananda had a prodigious memory. Like Swami Vivekananda once in a western part of India, he and his brother disciple Swami Akandhananda both were staying. So since he had some time, free time, you see, since he had a free time, we loiter. And Swami Vivekananda said to Akandhananda, go and bring some book from the library. So because he had a free time, he wants to read. Then Akandhananda brought the encyclopedia. We all know that once encyclopedia, we can use it as a pillow for sleeping. So the next day, Swamiji gave, okay, I've done, finished reading, go and get the next volume. He got the second volume, second day, third day, third volume, fourth day, fourth volume. Then the librarian got angry and annoyed. He asked, Swami, do you think that I'm a jobless man here? Because you to make yourself to give me some work or to make you think that I should think that you are something great and etc. You are taking everyday book. Since you are taking, at least read few pages. You try to do some justification. Then Akanda says, oh my dear librarian, it is not for me, it is for my brother Mark. Then librarian says, okay, you convey to him my message. Akanda says, all right, and he goes back and he tells to the library and he conveys the message of librarian to Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda laughs at it and he says, I have studied whatever, the whole book I have finished reading, don't worry, tomorrow I am coming and I am trying to answer the librarian. Next day he comes. Then librarian says, oh, you are his brother Mark. When you are asking the book, you should read something, you should do some justification. Then Swami Vivekananda very calmly, see, he is not reacting, he is responding. So he calmly says, my dear sir, whatever the volumes till now you have issued, please kindly can you bring on the table? Then they brought on the table. Then they said, okay, all right. You can ask any question pertaining to any of these volumes. I am ready to answer. So probably by this time we will keep quiet. Oh, why to put ourselves into problem and all. But librarian was not such a man. He wanted to test, no doubt. Librarian randomly he picked one volume and randomly he opened a book. He opened the particular volume and he asked a question with pertaining to the particular concept or an subject. With all this time, Swami Vivekananda is closing his eyes. Swami Vivekananda, with continuing his eyes closed, he responded or he answered the question. So what is the answer? He verbatimly quoted every line in that encyclopedia. And not only that, he told it is which is in which volume, which page, which para or whatever. Then the librarian was stunned. He asked few more questions. Every answer was flawless, completely. Then he joined his hands and he said, "Sorry, my apologies. I mistook another things." So like this, we can see many things in Swami Vivekananda. And Sri Ramakrishna had a photographic memory. Even he also had the photographic memory. So when Swami Vivekananda was asked, how did you get it? He makes a quite interesting statement. In my mind, not even once in my lifetime, a wrong thought or bad thought has crossed my mind, not even once in my lifetime. So one who maintains 12 years of absolute chastity or 12 years of practicing the truth, for them, there will be a special nerve will develop. And that nerve is belong pertaining to Medha Nadi, they say. So these are all, it is not mere speculation. These are all can be seen in the great people's life. So for 12 years of maintaining absolute chastity or maintaining the truth, for them, the Medha Nadi will be grown. So Medha means highest form of intelligence, or it is intuition. So Medhayas prunotu me. So may I get this Medha awakened so that I be protected. Because when I get the higher form of intelligence, that is intuition, my understanding about life, my understanding about the things will be changed. Okay. Amrutasya devadharano bhuyasam. Amrutasya means self-knowledge. Devaha, O Supreme, again, O Supreme Self in the form of Omkara. Dharana bhuyasam. I should be possessor of. Means I should possess the immortality. How? Through the self-knowledge. Means self-knowledge is the means to the immortality. So through Omkara, I should possess the self-knowledge. O Deva, O Lord, please help me so that I shall possess the self-knowledge. Through that, I can attain the immortality. That is the overall meaning. Shariram me vicharshanam. Means may my body be healthy and fit. So my intellect and my intuition be awakened. Through that, I shall reach the immortality. That's what the first prayer. And the second prayer he is asking is, may my body be healthy and fit. See, everywhere, though Vedanta, we all speak the world and the body, mind, everything is Maya. In that way, we speak. But at the same place, they are also saying that they are praying for the physical body or for the health of the body and mind also. So we should not look our body and mind in a derogative way. I am a Vedantin. I am only bothered about consciousness. I don't care for body mind. No, that is not the Vedantic outlook. I am the consciousness, no doubt. I am not the body and mind, but I have a body and mind. Only Vedanta is asking us to switch over from I am the body and mind to I have a body and mind. Okay, the next prayer is quite interesting. Jivha me madhumattama. Let me able to speak noble words, sweet words, auspicious words. Means basically, let me be sweet-tongued man. Jivha me madhumattama. This is called vachika tapas. Kayika, manasika, vachika. Three types of austerity has been told by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Kayika tapas is physical austerities. Vachika tapas, controlling my tongue, means controlling my speech. I should not talk too much. I should not keep always numb, always, and I should talk how much ever is necessary with a proper words. I should not hurt others unnecessary and all. That is Vachika tapas. Manasika tapas is what? Mental austerities, controlling the mind, etc. So, and quite interestingly, this Vachika tapas, the Krishna gives 4 yardsticks actually. Vachika tapas, verbal austerity, when you say, what does it contain? He says, Anudvega karam vakyam. Means my speech should be non-hurting. I should not hurt anyone unnecessarily. Now, a mother might scold son sometimes as a necessity. There you cannot quote this Anudvega karam vakyam. Oh, Krishna has told you are not supposed to hurt. How can you hurt me? So there it is a different. So unnecessarily we should not hurt through our speech. That's what we mean. I mean, we should not be rude, sharp in our words. We should be careful enough. And we should also observe our tone also. That is what. The first, non-hurting. Second is priya. Anudvega karam vakyam. Priya means you should be pleasant. Means you should be positive. It should be pleasant in our expression. We should be polite and encouraging and all. Then priyam hitam chayat. And it should be beneficial. I am speaking all sweet words, pleasant words, but it is useless. It is neither use for me nor for you. I mean, again, there is a quite interesting thing when people used to go and say to Socrates, "Oh, my dear, I've got interested information. I would like to share with you." Then Socrates said, "Wait, I have got three questions. First, you answer me, then you can share your information." What is that? Is it beneficial either for me or for you? Is it truthful? Is it pleasant? If yes, speak. Otherwise, don't talk. Don't speak. Is it beneficial? Is it truthful? Is it pleasant? Or sometimes there are different versions, no doubt. More or less, this is what the yardstick was told by Socrates. So, and the last yardstick, according to the Krishna, is true. It should be satyam. It should be truthful. Means it should be factual also. So it should be non-hurting, positive or pleasant, factual, and beneficial. These are the four yardsticks we should keep while we are talking. Unnecessary we loiter, which is no way beneficial either for me or for the speaker and for the listener. All right. Karnabhyam bhuri vishruvam. One more prayer. So he prayed for Medas, intuition. He prayed for physical health. He said that let me speak only good words. Then the other prayer is Karnabhyam bhuri vishruvam. Let me hear only good things, auspicious things, noble things. The same thing, if you can see, Bhadran Karane Vishnuyama Deva, there also it is same thing. So we should only hear good things. Means my ears should be open for good ideas, not for filthy ideas, unnecessary ideas, or bad things. And one of the commentator makes a quite interesting comment. Means here, I being a Vedantin, I pray that only I should hear some pertaining to Atman and Atman alone, which is beneficial for my self-knowledge, which is beneficial for my God realization or self-realization. I don't want to hear unnecessary words. Sri Ramakrishna makes interesting statement here. He was taken from Mathurnath, the temple owner, to the Kashi. And one fine day, Mathur had taken Sri Ramakrishna to some place. And Mathur met some of his friends, business friends. And Sri Ramakrishna's poor man is sitting next to Mathur because he was taken by Mathur. And Mathur and others, his friends, business friends, they started talking all business. Now Sri Ramakrishna is thinking, "Oh, my dear mother, why did you bring here? I was happy in Dakshineshwar." Why? Because I had a freedom and I was able to spend my time in study, japa, meditation, or remembering you. Now here I am at his mercy. Now these people are talking all the business things. It is their bread and butter or necessity, but I am not interested. Why did you bring here? So it is probably an indication for us how an aspirant should be careful. When you are doing loitering and all, we are supposed to be careful. We should not do unnecessarily, I mean to say. Unnecessary, once in a while, little okay, but we should not too much talk unnecessarily or loiter, which will bring our mind down. Then, Brahmana koshosi. Brahmanaha koshaha asi. Asi means you are that. What is that? Omkara. Brahmana koshaha. You are the abode of Brahman. You are the protector of Brahman, it seems. Kosha means sheath. Sheath is what? Covering. So you are covering means you are the protector of Brahman. Basically, like Omkara is a jewel box and the Brahman is jewel actual. Omkara, you can consider in a crude way, I'm telling you, just to understand Brahmana Koshosi. Brahman, Omkara can be taken as a jewel box and the Brahman can be taken as considered as a jewel. Now we are not interested in jewel box. We are interested in only jewel. But to protect the jewel, we need a jewel box. So the Omkara is a jewel box and the Brahman is Omkara. Jewel means what? To protect the Brahman, to reach the Brahman, Omkara is the means. Brahmana koshosi medaya pihitaha. So medaya pihitaha means what? Worldly knowledge has been covered. So let me also have some worldly knowledge also. Because I'm living in this world, I need some worldly knowledge also, isn't it? Always I cannot speak of Brahman and Brahman alone. I need some worldly knowledge also. So easy, so practical also. So he's also praying that let me have some worldly knowledge. We can take it as a common sense. We need some common sense also. In the name of spirituality or philosophy, you cannot be common senseless man. So, and the commentators say that Brahman is covered by worldly knowledge and its interest. Hey Omkara, by taking your jap, by repeating your name, so that please unremove that worldly knowledge or the what you say interest. So let my mind be devoid of worldly interest so that I can reach you, I can experience you. That is the commentators say. So Medaya Pita, it looks at surface level, praying for the worldly knowledge. The commentators say that praying for worldly knowledge is a one thing. More than that, here they are asking that because this worldly knowledge is covering the mind, means worldly interest, worldliness is covering the mind, our worldliness is covering the Brahman, so that the seeker, the student is praying to the Omkara that you remove that ignorance or remove that worldly interest or worldliness. So Brahmana koshosi medaya pihitaha shrutam me gopaya. So that ends here. Gopaya means preserved. So very quite interesting prayer it is. Shrutam me gopaya means whatever I hear during the class or whatever I hear from my teacher, let me able to retain. Let me understand. Let me understand and let me be capable of retaining the information. Understanding is the first thing. After understanding, retaining, absorption and retaining is also very important. So Shrutam me gopaya means what? Let me understand, let me absorb and let me retain also. Quite a interesting prayers. So by doing the japa, he is asking for physical fitness. He is asking for intuition power. He is also asking for the retention of this knowledge. And he is also asking for, what do you say, wealth and prosperity or worldly knowledge also. All these things are part of mantra japa sadhana. So by uttering the Omkara time and again, you can get all these things. That has been told in depth actually. Then the second sadhana, second spiritual practice is Homa sadhana. That is the external ritual that we will try to discuss in the next class. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Rama Krishna Arpanamastu. Yeah, if any one of you have got any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Pranam Swamiji. My question is, after listening about the 5 types of meditation in the last class, and it is followed by this particular mantra, where the greatness of the Omkara has been, I mean, completely described and emphasized. So, is it like, is it an evolution of thought in this Upanishad that, okay, those 5 meditations are there, one can do it and one can get the benefits? But is it by any way saying that, okay, if that is not possible, go with this and you will get it?
Yeah, it can be looked into 2, 3 ways actually. One is using the 5 types of meditation, what you can get, already we discussed. Materialistic prosperity and also heaven with the intention of desires. And if you don't want desire, then you'll get a purification of the mind.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the one thing. Here, it is very predominantly we can see, though there is a worldly benefits has been mentioned here, no doubt, but very predominantly it is very directly saying that, okay, the Brahman is being represented symbolically as a Omkara. By taking the Omkara, I'll be able to reach the Brahman.
Okay.
It is much more direct, much more direct. And yeah, it is also one more symbols. Like for example, in the 5 types of meditation, they were also taken as actually symbols for meditation, actually, if you see. And this is also a symbol for meditation, but it is one of the best symbol, you can say.
Okay.
Because it is not my interpretation, it is the Rishi's interpretation only. Yaschanda Samrushabho Vishwarupa, by telling that Omkara is the best means, best symbolic representation of the Brahman. When it is a best symbolic representation, I think it is much more easier and much more beneficial, and probably our progress can be also quicker, probably. This is what my understanding about the Omkara meditation.
Okay. So it's then it depends on the individual sadhaka, the seeker, what he's actually seeking. And for a person who is, as you said just in the lecture, who really wants to attain, it's the wrong word to say again, attain Brahman is also wrong way to say, but who wants to that realization, he has this solution, and it has been emphasized, and that how powerful it is. Would
Yes.
that be correct? Yeah.
Yes. See, and quite interestingly, many times people accuse, oh, in Vedanta, it's only mere speculation
Mm.
or mere discussion. It's only intellectual knowledge. There is no practice. Unlike Buddhism, unlike Patanjali Yoga Sutras, we don't have practices they mention. But see, there are so many practices here, there. Different type of practices.
Mm.
Whether you believe in God or not, whether you believe in self or not, even you can take the external materials. You can take them as a symbolic representation for the meditation, and you can do it. There are so many different type of spiritual practices. Our
Mm.
meditation techniques has been preached in the Vedas and Upanishads. Unfortunately, we don't read deeply and we don't get these things actually.
Okay.
So here, one side they are speaking theory, like what is who am I and etc. And apart from that, to reach that step by
Mm.
step process also has been given very clearly here.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Swamiji, the Omkar repetition japa is not just in a mechanical way to really understand the knowledge behind it and then to do that, right? It cannot be just a mechanical repetition of so many thousands of times. One can attain that. And you're absolutely right. In path of or Vedanta, they say there are no practices, but even just Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana is such a deep practice. How many times we need to listen to get to a certain stage, that itself is such a huge practice. That's just a misconception, as you rightly said. About the Omkara, it's not the mechanical repetition, but understanding the deeper meaning of it.
Yes. So the scriptures tell very clearly. You have to understand. That's the reason they are giving. They are taking so much pains to tell Omkara. Eschandasam Vrishabho Vishwarupaha Chandobhyo Dyamrutat Sambhabuva. When you tell that, so the greatness of Omkara has been told very clearly. So by doing Omkara Japa, so they are praising the Omkara, what is Omkara and why it is best, and why that can be the best symbol for the meditation or Japa. All these things has been told. One thing. So you are having a, what do you say, proper understanding that will help you to do the meditation, that we can create an interest, or that can bring a quality in our meditation. That's the first thing. Okay. So quantity and quality both are important. First point. Now, say for discussion's sake, yeah, all these things fine, but somehow I'm not able to bring the quality. Maybe the time is very less. When I start doing japa for some time, yes, but after some time I may be able to do quantitatively, but qualitatively, no, I'm not able to. I am unable to at a given point of time. Then should I do japa or not? If you ask, the scriptures say, no, you do it.
Yes.
Even you don't know the greatness of the Omkara, even you doing it mechanically, but still it brings some effect.
Of course.
But one of the commentators, they make an interesting what do you say observation. When you are any of them, if you are doing for sakama to get a particular results, like a progeny, going to heaven, or getting materialistic wealth, for that, then you have to follow all the rituals. There is no compromise there. But if it is doing for purification of the mind, they give some relaxation. So if you're doing for knowledge, if you're doing for God realization, if you're doing for purification of the mind, even, I mean, as much as possible, we should follow all the rules, regulations, and other do's and don'ts, no doubt. But even if there is a compromise, but still there is no negative effect.
Sure.
But there can be reduced in the positive effect.
Yeah. And could it be also this is Taittiriya is like a prelude before going to Mandukya?
Oh, it is quite Mandukya is one of the last Upanishads to be read. Okay, one thing. And rather, I will tell like this. The Isha Upanishad has been amplified in the Kena Upanishad. Okay, the Kena Upanishad is amplified in the Kathopanishad. Okay, that's the one way. And Prashna and Mundaka, they're both are complementary to each other. By studying both, your knowledge gets completed. gets completed. But somewhere I had read Taittiriya is also linked to one Upanishad, whether it's amplification of the Katha or amplification of some other Upanishad. Unfortunately, I'm unable to remember. Probably, if I remember, I shall try to tell in next class. But this I remember: Isha's ideas has been amplified in Kena. Kena's ideas has been amplified in the Katha.
Yeah, but because of the Omkara, I was thinking about the Mandukya aspect
I
you're
understand, but
talking about.
Omkara you can see in Mundaka,
Everywhere.
you can see in Katha, you can see in Taittiriya, you can see in Prashna.
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
So all of this you should read before going to Mandukya is what we can get.
If not all, most of them, if not all,
most
major, at least 4 or 5 Upanishads, you should have a good understanding so
Before.
that your mind gets refined and your mind gets that direction of thinking actually. Then
Yeah.
when you start doing avastatra vichara, you'll be able to hold on to that, you'll be able to hook on to that. So probably I will tell you why. 2 reasons. I mean, I think recently I also shared with some of you that what it happens actually. It is a quite interesting or what you say, a funny story. Recently, I had a one dream. I had a one dream where I am traveling with a devotees. In a car, a driver is driving me, and with myself, one devotee. He's 60 years, more or less 60 years of age, and his mother. Now you can imagine how she will be old, probably 80 plus, probably or nearing 90s. All of us we are traveling. And the devotee started telling Swamiji, though I did some meditation, I did some studies, but because of my, what you say, responsibilities, I couldn't really dedicate a lot of good amount of time. Now my son has taken my business, so my family responsibilities and business responsibilities have come down. So I can spend more time in spiritual practice. I want to do it, he said. I said, it's very good. Please do it, I said. Then he said, I would like to study more Upanishads. I said, very fine, please do it, I said. Then can you help me? He is asking. I said, yes, I shall try to help whatever is possible way. Okay. Then this discussion is happening, and suddenly the driver took a detour. And it was a small lane. One side vehicles are what is a parked, and the other side there's a big trench. Some civil work is going on. Imagine you can in India how the roads will be there, and there is a big trench dug for some work. And while though the driver was good, while going suddenly one wheel got missed and it went into the trench. Obviously, then they were speaking of Vedanta spiritual practice. They started becoming panic. The Vedanta went to back door and they became panic. Obviously, natural human reaction. But quite interestingly, my mind immediately went into witness mode. Look, there is going to be an accident. Just like an event is going to happen like that, my mind is telling, oh, look, there will be going to be an accident probably. One side of the mind. Then immediately I become alert and I'm trying to witness my mind. Is there any reaction in my mind? Whether my heart rate has been increased, or whether my pulse rates have been increased, or whether I'm getting panic, or I'm in composed way. So luckily, I'm in a composed way at that given point of time. In a fraction of second or in 2 seconds, all this thinking is happening. And after 2-3 seconds, the second wheel also got into the trench. Then I was confirmed that, okay, we are going to meet with an accident now. Till now, there was a chance of maybe or may not be. Now I'm very sure. So then also I'm observing my mind, whether it has become panic. No, mind is still in a witness mode. And side by side, there was internally japa started. The japa started. Then anyhow, we met with an accident, no doubt. But luckily, with the God's grace, there was not much any serious injury for any one of us. Then we came out, and that's all. The dream broke. So you can take this dream as in naturally it might happen, this type of accident for all of us, for any one of us. So even at that given point of time, can we stay as a witness? Now that swapna, whatever you say, now when I came to the Jagrata Avastha, so-called waking state, then I said, oh, that was a dream, my dear. It doesn't have any reality. There is no reality to that actually. Now, the Mandukya Upanishad says even the so-called waking state is also a big
no
dream.
reality.
How much ever we read, we are not able to understand. Even if you understand, you are not getting convinced. Why? Because we are just like, for an example, if you get a dream, any one of you that, oh, Shantivratananda is taking a Vedanta class, and you are saying, Shantivratananda is saying that whatever you are experiencing, my dear, it is all dream. Maybe Swami, but it looks like that it appears that for us it is real at a given point of time. At Swapnavastha, at dream state, as you a dreamer, dream Shantivratananda is telling that it is a dream, my dear, don't get into that, it is a dream. There is no reality in that, but still it is difficult. But the moment you come to the waking state, there is no one else to say, no one is required to say for you that it is a dream, it doesn't have reality. It gets automatically negated. So now this waking state also has to be negated. The problem is staying in the waking state, and we are trying to negate the waking state. And that's where our problem is. And this type of understanding and going deep, we need a good amount of refinement in our mentality, in our understanding and all. That is the reason I say we need some amount of studies and all. For example, whether the state of mind is in the time or time is in the state of mind, if you ask, mostly people will say, oh, state of mind is in time. The Vedanta says, no, opposite it is. Mind is, time is in your state of mind, not the otherwise. But we think state of mind is in time. So that fine things to understand and to appreciate, this is what happens. And probably it is more personal in nature. In our training center, we had a very good acharya, and he was taking class on Mandukya Karika. Mostly he completed 70%. While rehearing and other rest of the portions I want to read myself, and I was sitting and reading and all. So at least the 2-3 months when I was reading Mandukya Karika, mind was so calm and so composed, and it was not seeking anything else. So that is the beauty of Mandukya Karika. And if you can prepare your mind, and if you can get that prepared mind, and if you read deeply Mandukya Karika, you will feel that I don't need anything else, and I'm a witness, and I am complete in myself. For that, we need some preparation, I used to say. That's the reason I gave all this explanation.
True.
Swamiji, I have a question. Do you have, will time permit? Then I'll ask. So, Swamiji, you talked about Medha as being intuition here, right? Not as intelligence. But so why not intelligence for Atmagyan? Why focus on intuition? Why intuition is the more beneficial instrument for Atmagyan, not in intelligence?
Yeah. Just a word of caution is, I have got only 50. Unfortunately, I've got only 15% of my battery. I hope it will sustain, but if battery goes down, then I may go off. So just I'm giving I'm telling, and I will be answering your question. Now, if you see the intellect, the general form of intellect, when we say, that has got its own limitations. After some reach, it cannot go further actually. Either the mind, you can say, or intellect, you can say, after some reach, or after going to some extension or traveling, it cannot reach there. That's where the mind is beyond Vang Manasa Atita, beyond mind and intellect and mind and speech, we say. So that's what. Okay. Now, the intellect is a part of the functional aspect of your mind only actually here. Okay. Now, the intuition is what? It is a special inferential knowledge or special experiential knowledge. Or rather, you can say that highest form of intelligence. Highest form of intelligence. For example, now in the Mundaka Upanishad, when the teacher gives the syllabus, okay, all these things you have to study, my dear, the student is well informed. That's why Mahashalo Angirasa, he says, Mahashala means a great householder. He was a well informed, well refined person. So he says, Kasminnu Bhagavo Vignate Sarvam Vidam Vignatam Bhavati iti. Please tell me, the teacher, please tell me one thing by studying which everything I can understand. On the lighter side, we can say, oh, he is also trying for shortcut. But you see, the thinking, you see, thousands of years before, a person is asking that, please tell me, okay, you are giving a 64 subjects list, that is fine, one side. Please tell me one knowledge by studying which everything will be studied. But that doesn't mean that you will, by studying Atmagnana, you will get a mathematics, you will calculus, trigonometry. No. But that gets completion, that gives a completedness. That is the reason. So such type of thinking, how did they get? This is because of Medha and Di. One more, probably I can give you the example, the Swami Vivekananda's experience of microcosmos and macrocosmos. In the Kakadi Ghat, in the foothill of Himalayas, as an itinerant monk, when he was traveling, when he sat, He experienced that microcosmos and macrocosmos both are one and the same. Okay, it is an experience, no doubt. There, that is what we say, medha and dhi. Now, in the Rishis, they got so fine things. Now, the whole, I mean, even you can say, for example, in some of the Upanishads or in some of the things, they say there are so many nerves, so many 72,000 nerves, they say. Whether it is true or not, I do not know. But some of the talks or articles, when I read, they say that whatever has been told in the earlier days, more or less, it is same. It is to the particularly with the present science, it is tallying. Now, how did they understand all these things? Did they did they count the muscles, nerves? Probably, according to my understanding, this is because of the Medha and Dhi. So this is the highest form of intelligence, just to understand, I tell, but it is an intuition actually. So the intuition is a special power which can penetrate behind the secrets of the creation actually.
Swamiji, could it also be because it's beyond reasoning and logic? Can we also say that
Yes.
Intuition is beyond
Yes, you are right. Beyond logic and reasoning, yes.
reasoning?
That's the reason I'm saying they will, I mean,
Yeah.
the mind will get such a power to penetrate into the even the secrets behind the creation, behind the creation or behind any object or any event, and they'll be able to they'll be able to touch the substratum, or they'll be able to touch the core of it actually. So that is a special power actually. Yeah.
Thank you, Swami.
All right. Good night, divine dreams.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Thank you,
Namaste.
Swamiji. Pranam.